All right, so you're thinking first date, right?
Okay.
In the South Bay.
Okay.
And you sent over some info about this place, the Hula Hula Room,
Yeah.
a tiki bar.
Uh-huh.
It looks cool, I have to say.
Yeah.
But is it good for a first date? That's the question.
Yeah.
Okay. Reviews, descriptions, the whole 9 yards. Let's dive in.
What's interesting is that it wasn't always like a tiki bar, this place in Torrance.
Oh.
It used to be a total dive, but they did a whole transformation.
Oh.
Thatched roof, wicker panels, neon lights, tropical wallpaper, Hawaiian stuff.
Really going for it.
Not your typical dive bar look.
Definitely a vibe.
Right.
But is it first date vibe? That's what we need to know.
That's the question.
Yeah.
And I think that transformation is important, right? Like, are they trying to attract a different crowd?
Ooh, interesting.
Maybe a little more upscale, maybe into the theme.
Yeah.
Could be good or bad, depending on who you're taking.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's talk about the menu.
Okay.
They've got the classics, your Mai Tais, Navy Grogs.
Right.
But then they also have some pretty unique drinks.
Light.
The Pali Highway Sunset, apparently it's bright blue.
Oh, wow.
And then if you don't drink, they have the Hawaii or Bust.
See, that tells me they're not just focused on, like, the hardcore tiki fans.
Yeah, good.
Offering a variety, including non-alcoholic.
Makes sense.
Shows they're trying to be inclusive, appeal to different tastes, which is smart, especially on a first date.
Totally. You never know what your date's going to be into.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, one of the reviews, Tiki Time Experiment,
Okay.
they mentioned a relaxed locals crowd.
What do you think that means for a first date?
Oh, I think in the South Bay, that could be a big plus.
Yeah.
You're not dealing with that, like, sceney Hollywood crowd or anything.
Something low-key.
Yeah, more laid back. Takes the pressure off a little.
So less about, like, trying to impress,
Right.
more about getting to know each other.
Exactly.
I like that.
And they also said the staff were really friendly and engaging. Even mentioned they were still learning about tiki culture. Oh, that's kind of cute.
It is.
Adds a certain charm, I think.
Absolutely.
Like they're excited to be there.
Yeah, that energy can really help break the ice, especially when things are a little awkward on a first date.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got relaxed, welcoming,
So far, so good.
but Tiki Time Experiment also said that Hula Room is a step up from dive-leaning tiki bars.
Interesting.
What do you think that means?
Well, dive leaning is a good way to put it.
Right.
They're embracing the tiki theme, but they're aiming for a certain quality.
Yeah.
Maybe more attention to detail, you know, in the decor, the drinks, the whole experience.
So it's not just like a kitschy theme bar.
Yeah.
A little more thought put into it.
Exactly.
That's a good sign.
Right.
For a date, I mean?
It sounds like they're trying to find that sweet spot, fun and unique without being too much, you know?
Yeah, the balance.
So balance is key.
Totally.
And don't forget, this is the South Bay. You're not exactly swimming in unique date spots down there.
So true.
A good tiki bar could really stand out.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. So it sounds like they're going for like a higher end tiki experience,
Yeah,
but still like keeping that South Bay chill vibe.
exactly. And that makes it interesting for a first date, right?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, especially in the South Bay.
Yeah.
Your options are kind of limited.
It's like the same restaurants and bars over and over.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the atmosphere, the drinks, the crowd. Anything else we need to think about before we give our verdict?
Well, location is always a factor.
True.
Being in a strip mall isn't exactly romantic.
Not the most romantic setting.
Right, but it's practical.
Yeah,
Parking's usually easy.
that is a huge plus on a first date.
You don't want to be circling the block forever.
Oh, totally. And it sounds like the place itself isn't super crowded,
Oh, yeah.
at least according to Tiki Time Experiment.
Right.
If they said they walked in on a Sunday night, no problem.
See, that's good.
Yeah,
A more intimate setting can be nice for first date.
I was just thinking that.
You can actually hear each other talk.
That's pretty important, right?
Kind of key when you're trying to, get to know someone.
Exactly. You don't want to be shouting over music
Yeah.
or a huge crowd.
Not ideal.
All right, so we've got the transformation from dive bar to tiki paradise.
Yeah.
The drinks, the crowd, the friendly staff, the easy parking.
It's looking pretty good.
It is.
They seem to have thought this through.
They really do. But let's play devil's advocate for a second.
Okay.
Are there any downsides? Anything we should warn our listener about?
Well, the Tiki theme itself,
Yeah.
some people love it,
Yeah.
others not so much.
Yeah, it can be a bit much.
It depends on the person, you know?
So, like, if your date's more into minimalist modern stuff,
Right.
a tiki bar might not be their scene.
Exactly. You might want to, like, subtly gauge their interest.
Good point.
Just mention it casually.
Yeah.
See how they react.
Yeah. And even though this place seems like it's trying to be a little fancier,
Yep.
it's still important to remember it used to be a dive bar.
Right.
So it might not be like super polished or upscale.
It's probably more laid back,
Right.
which again could be good or bad.
Totally depends on what you're looking for in a first date.
Exactly.
All right, so after all of this,
Yeah.
what's the final verdict?
If your date's up for trying something different,
Oh.
enjoys a more relaxed vibe,
Yeah.
appreciates a good cocktail,
Mm-hmm.
I think this place has potential.
I'm with you.
It's unique,
Definitely.
it's fun,
Yeah.
and it's different from the usual South Bay stuff.
But if your date's more of a like wine bar, white tablecloth type.
Yeah, then maybe not so much.
Right.
You want to pick a place where you'll both be comfortable
That's the key.
and have a good time.
Absolutely. So what do you think?
Yeah.
Does the Hula Hula Room sound right for your first date?
Yeah, imagine it.
Thatched roof, wicker furniture, neon lights,
Tropical music playing.
and the smell of like rum and fruit. It's definitely an experience.
It is.
And sometimes that's what you need for a first date.
To break the ice.
Exactly. Create a memory.
And remember, it's just one piece of the puzzle.
Oh, for sure.
The connection you have is what matters.
The chemistry, the conversation, the laughter, all of that.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
And a good cocktail never hurts.
True.
So go into it with an open mind.
Have fun.
See what happens. Maybe this South Bay Tiki Bar will be the start of something special.
Yeah.
So it really comes down to, is your date adventurous enough? Like, are they down to try a tiki bar in the South Bay?
Because it is kind of a gamble, let's be honest.
Right.
Maybe they love it, the whole kitsch, the cocktails, the tropical vibe, or maybe they're looking for something a little more, normal.
That's why it's so important to know your audience.
Yeah,
Think about their personality, what they like.
exactly. And if you're not sure, drop a hint.
Good idea.
See how they react to the idea.
Yeah.
Might save you from an awkward date if they hate tiki bars.
True. But even if they're not like a huge tiki fan, maybe they're open to trying something new.
That's a good point.
Show them a different side of the South Bay.
Yeah, it could be fun.
Something they wouldn't normally do.
Sometimes stepping outside your comfort zone is the best part of a first date.
I agree.
Leads to interesting conversations, new discoveries.
Yeah.
You might even find a new appreciation for something you never thought you'd like.
Who knows? Maybe you'll both fall in love with tiki culture.
Right.
Plan a trip to Hawaii.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be amazing. But even if it's not, love at first sight,
Yeah.
at least you'll have something to talk about. Break the ice a little.
A shared experience.
Exactly. And isn't that what first dates are all about?
Connecting.
Having some fun.
Hopefully a good story to tell.
Exactly. So, to our listener,
Ah.
we say, trust your gut.
You did the research.
Weigh the pros and cons.
Now it's time to make a decision.
And whatever you decide, we're rooting for you. Remember, just be yourself.
Relax.
First dates are supposed to be fun.
Go out there, enjoy it.
See what happens.
Exactly. And hey, if you end up at the Hula Room, let us know.
Oh, yeah, we want to hear about it.
We love a good follow-up.
Cheers to that.